Welcome back to the That's What He Said podcast. I'm your man, Brandon Taylor. Got my co-host, Will.
Yep.
We just diving right back into the things. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications because we have content coming, right?
Tons.
Now we're going to get rolling. We're going to get right into kind of a follow-up of what we were just talking about when it comes to marriages and why people aren't getting married, blah, 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 blah. On that train of thought, we want to get into the idea of sexless marriages and or sexless like relationships because you don't have to be married for it to affect you. I feel like it could be an explosive topic.
Or not explosive, according to some people.
Or not explosive in the bedroom. It could be very boring in the bedroom. Very docile.
Wow.
Wow.
One of those subjects I don't relate to, but I'm trying to understand it. You know,
That's because, just
yeah. I hear a lot of
we beat our chest.
A lot of guys complain about not getting anything from their significant other.
But it's all right. So right off the bat, right? So they're complaining about it. What is considered not enough, or what is considered complain worthy enough? Like, is it once a month, once a year?
Maybe once a month, maybe every other month, or my birthday, anniversary, Valentine's Day, like special occasions.
Special occasions.
Yeah.
That's for cake.
I bought her a car, so I got some.
Oh.
No, I hear a lot of guys doing it. Like they say it's almost like the women never want to do it, and the biggest issue is too, like when they do it, it's like I'm doing you a favor.
Right.
Which some women are confusing because I've talked to some women about this, and they all say the same thing. One, I'm busy, I got the kids, or he does the same thing over and over again. That's not exciting. He thinks I'm a microwave. He can push.
That's what I was gonna say. That's the one I've heard the most.
Yeah,
too.
he pushed 3 buttons and think I'm supposed to be ready to go,
or just one button.
Yeah. And he's been we've been together for what 10, 15 years, and he's don't realize I need a little bit more effort. And
or just uses the same line.
A lot of guys don't put on moves, which is weird to me.
Well, that's probably.
We R&B lovers, like so. We grew up on lines and how to get somebody into the mood, not just saying, "Hey, honey, want to mess around tonight?"
How exciting!
When I hear this from people, I'm like, "You're joking, right?" Like,
well, if you put yourself in the situation, right? Because I've done it. When people said that, I'm like, "All right, well, what happened?" They're like, "Oh, I asked her if she wanted to have sex, and she said no." I'm like, all right, like I want to vision it like it's a sitcom.
How?
Right, like I want to like how exactly did you say
I
it?
cringed.
Like, was she washing the dishes from dinner while you asked?
No, they're watching Taxi on TV. He's like, "Hey, want to fool around?"
Right.
Yeah, honey. Yeah, that really. I mean,
now I'm in.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think in my whole lifetime I've ever asked a woman. Said, "Hey,
look at you."
Never.
Just a mere.
No, not saying that.
Man amongst boys.
No, I mean, you ask with your hands. You ask with your lips. Like you make a move. You don't. Hey, I don't.
I mean, specifically, we're talking about someone you're already in a relationship with, right?
Oh yeah, I'm not talking about a stranger in the street.
Just wondering. Just confirming if we need to.
Hey, you at the bar? Yeah.
You need the HR like sexual harassment video in the background.
I'm talking about in a relationship, in a marriage, and you've been with somebody for a while. But even when you first started dating, did you say, "Hey, do you want to fool around?" Unless you was worried about harassment charges. I don't know, but when I hear guys are asking their wives to have sex, it's weird to me.
I mean, the idea of asking,
even
that doesn't sound exciting at all.
Like it's a woman. Like you don't these guys failed something somewhere in life. Like again, I grew up listening to R&B, so every song taught you what to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah. I don't know. They must be listening to heavy metal the whole time. They're thinking it's gonna bang, bang, bang. Like I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Like you should just. I mean, to me, if we were on the couch together watching a movie, like you should know how to. And then, especially if you're with a woman for long enough, you don't know what buttons to push.
Maybe they're not paying attention.
Or is this all about what I want out of it?
Well, that's it. That's why I feel. That's why I was saying I want to be there in the sitcom because I feel like so much of it could be timing.
I think you hear women can say that. I give it to them. It's like bang bang, and I'm out.
Wham bam, thank you, man.
And she's sitting there like, yeah, I guess I'm not gonna fall for that again.
Did you ever see? It wasn't about a relationship or a marriage, but it was like it was an after thing.
Yeah.
It's a meme that I seen, and it was like, "Oh, did you come when he asked me?" And she's like, "Yeah, to the wrong house." Like, and now I gotta go. Now I gotta go handle business myself.
Yeah, I gotta go dig her. I think I saw.
I was dead when I saw that. Like,
But it's true. So I hear guys complain, and then I've been in the middle of the situation. We all of us hanging out as couples, and then you hear this conversation come up, and then you hear the women saying, "But I mean, tell your boy to try it. Like, you can't just keep asking me. Like, I'm sitting on the couch and folding laundry." He's like,
Right.
"Hey, when you finish folding that,
Right.
want to go upstairs and do something?" Like, no, dude. Like, listen to me. I've never ever asked in my life. Because
folding laundry.
Make a move, and you could tell the vibe is there or not. If she's not feeling it tonight,
I mean, to be fair,
mm-hmm.
how many men do you know that can't read a room or check a
Yeah,
vibe?
facts.
Like people,
Facts.
I'm always shocked
Facts.
when I'm like,
Yeah,
you're saying that right now.
Yeah.
They can't read the room.
Yeah,
Or check a
yeah.
vibe.
You know what? That's true. So guys don't, but I think they don't have the patience for it. They don't take the time. They like.
I think the microwave thing you said. It's like a perfect.
Here's
thing.
my goal, and guess what? I'm not going to try to pussyfoot around and get to it. I'm just going to find out right now if it's going to happen.
I'm going to put minimal effort into it. There's going to be no planning, nothing, whatever.
Hey, are we doing it tonight? Are we not? Okay, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of like, let me try to warm him up and kiss her on the neck, do little stuff that get to your woman's spots to get her going.
Right.
You should, or flip it up, switch it up sometimes. Try something new.
Spontaneous.
You can't be in a relationship doing the same thing over and over again.
But they try.
You wonder why they go to a bar and a guy touch them on their kneecap and they get excited. Stop doing the same thing. Stop, you got to switch it up. You got to be a little different. You can't be the same. If she get into the same position every time, then there's a problem because she knows what to expect. She know what she gonna do. Like, you got to sometimes walk in the kitchen, in the laundry room, close that laundry room door.
Listen, besides her being in the same position, like, that's just like if that's what you're dealing with, you're very boring yourself.
Right. Well, because you're predictable. And one thing, I've learned, but you live long enough, as women get older, it's not as easy for them to get, it's just not as easy for them to get going. So you have to spice it up sometimes. And that's why women like to movies. Some women read erotica. That's when that movie came out. All the women were going
50
crazy.
Shades of Grey?
Oh, that's why they were all going crazy over
Right,
it.
because that was none of their lives.
Right. It's like, oh my God. Like, and I watched it, I'm like, really? Like, this is kind of weird, actually. But
it is. No, it's kind of cringy to me.
But it's because they're so like I told you the other night, like there's women who they have sex on Sunday night at 8 p.m. every week. Imagine that. How exciting is that? Like, it's on the schedule. Oh, Sunday night. Okay,
only in
sex.
missionary. And to be fair, if it's only a missionary, like, a pancake's not done till it's been flipped.
Yeah. See, but so I get that side of the argument. Then some guys, I don't know, maybe some guys do try different things. But guys, look, I'm a guy. I get it. You think with the wrong head most of the time. So that sometimes that can cloud your judgment. But sometimes the other guy got to get in there and be like, you know what? Let me do this.
Yeah, put some actual thought into it.
And I think if men start enjoying watching the woman be satisfied, they would do a lot more. Almost like a sport, you know what I'm saying? You want to make if you enjoy her reacting to you, you'll put more effort into it and stop thinking about what's my end goal, which can happen.
It's like a baseball game, right? Like, you need the pitcher to throw a complete game no-hitter.
Yes.
But the no-hitter involves satisfaction for everyone.
Right. Everybody. You can't just be like, okay, all I want to do is bloop and be out.
Yeah, men are trying to be the closer in the situation. Right? Come in 3 outs.
Right, 3 outs. Trying to be a closer. No, play the game. Play the long game. Yeah. Because guess what's going to happen? She's going to want to play again.
Exactly.
She's going to play again.
It's going to turn into a series.
Right. She's not going to just be like, you know what? He came over here. He rubbed my shoulder. 5 minutes later, he was asleep.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here like, she's on Facebook now.
That's what I need. I need the answers from people. We need honest answers, right? So next time someone complains to me that they don't have enough sex in their relationship, I'm going to have a questionnaire.
Right.
Number 1 is going to be like, all right, well, How long did it last?
Right,
The
right.
last time
right,
you did it.
Right.
2, what's her satisfaction level?
Yeah, right.
And really, that's probably all you
That's
really
it.
even need to know.
But then I will say, I'm defending the guys too. I know some guys who say no matter what, their woman just like not into sex anymore.
Well, that happens too. There's
Yeah.
like scientific reasonings behind that.
Oh, some women say menopause.
Especially like if they've had children. And
Some
stuff,
women
like, things
say,
change.
yeah, just like, but I don't know. I've seen people who act like that, and then you get them in different settings, and they're the most flirty people in the world.
That's
and
why I think you gotta switch up the vibe.
It's this excitement level. It's just human nature. Like, and I notice a lot of times, where women have their kids. So like, from the 20s, if we're going back to the, if people get married in their 20s, you have these kids. By the time you're in your mid 40s, these kids are now almost college age,
Right.
and they leave the house. Women start feeling at that point that, okay, my job's done.
Right.
Now it's back to me. Now I want to feel good again. And the problem is a lot of times these dudes are, a little over 50 and they all like, I just want to go to work, come home and watch ESPN and fall asleep with my hand in my pants. That's what they
On
want
the
to
couch.
do. On the couch. And women rejuvenate once their kids are out. That's why they said women peak later.
Exactly.
Because them child rearing years is when they run around taking care of the kids, doing all the blah, blah, blah. And so now they ready to go again. And by the time a lot of guys are just like, I'm sailing this part of my life. I'm not trying to do anything anymore. I don't want to, if you give me some, I get some. If not, I'll be right here when you want some.
Yeah.
So it's just it's so weird how men and women are so
It is
unbound. I don't know how it works. Like I really don't understand how it works.
Science.
Like
Chemicals.
Because if a woman's peaking
hormones.
at that point and the guy is like, I want to be in the lounger, watching the PGA Tour and falling asleep, and she's sitting there raring to go, and then you wonder why these women are you go out, you see 8 to 10 women coming at a time into a bar.
Have you seen I don't even remember if it was real. I'm pretty sure it was real. I saw a trailer for a show, and it was for like some like MILFs. But it was like
MILF Academy?
I don't know if it was MILF Academy. I don't know
I'm
what it's
making
called.
up stuff.
But the like island was moms. And it was like 18-year-old
it's not out
guys.
yet. I don't think it's out yet, right?
I
think I saw something
and then
like
I saw
this.
there's like a twist.
One of
or
those
something.
dating type of shows, right?
Yeah.
But MILFs.
The twist is that the 18-year-olds are like one of the other moms, like kids or something like that.
Oh, I didn't even know that part.
I don't know.
Oh, whoa.
But like, maybe that's what they needed in their life. I don't know.
But you see a lot of older women now with younger guys.
That's why it goes both ways. There's older men that hang out with younger women.
It's just so. Then why can the older guy who's still got to go and be with that MILF who wants to, like, I'm using the term MILF, but that woman who's seasoned, why can't they link up? Or is or the guy who got it going on wants a younger?
To be clear, though, white people don't use seasoning, so
no Lowry's?
They may not be seasoned. It might be more salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper,
bland.
yeah.
A little bland.
But how does it work? Like,
it's a good question. I don't know.
But again, like, I don't know. I think on the men's side, men need to put more effort in. Point blank, period. And to me, it'd be more fun for you. I don't understand why they don't. Why they just want to.
That brings you back to like the chase, right?
Yeah.
What made it so exciting in like
Yeah.
in like the college years was like the chase.
Yeah.
And then the accomplishment.
Yeah.
And then you feel good about yourself.
Right.
Where's that?
The guy loses it. He just wants to accomplish it.
He's like, well, I already
chased it.
Well, it's almost like it's almost like he feels that he's owed.
Yeah, because I married you.
Like, I don't have to try anything.
I'm home.
Right.
You should just roll over.
Right. Because that's exciting.
Yeah, and again, I've heard guys like they tell me I don't feel like going through all that. Well, I just ask her because I want to see what kind of mood she in. Hey, any chances tonight? I'm like, it just doesn't work for women, bro. It don't
Sorry.
work. You have to ask without asking.
Especially, I mean, if we're being honest, like typically, not all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm one of them. But when people get married, men or are in relationships, sometimes they don't keep as good of care of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's like maybe you're not as appealing as you thought you were.
And that's another whole conversation. And why do people get in relationships and stop, like, be it like, dressing nice and
Right.
smelling good and taking care of themselves and working out? Like, I'm not saying you have to be Adonis.
Right.
I'm just saying caring about how you look. You know what I mean? Even for women, you in the house and why your pajamas gotta look like that? Why you got the big old sweatshirt on and that big old t-shirt with the hole in it and those pants?
Sometimes I appreciate that look. Sweatpants, hair tie, chilling with no makeup on.
No, that's fine.
Drake said it.
But I'm talking about the old ones that they
Like
should have
the
been
shirt that-
retired.
yeah, the shirt that needed to get thrown out.
Yeah, I don't care. I think bummy cute is a thing,
It is.
but not bummy
Homeless.
homeless. Yeah,
It's not homeless chic.
Yeah, it's just like I mean, sometimes come to bed looking like and then what? No, this is a whole other subject. Why are we getting in bed with sweatsuits on? It ain't that damn cold. You get in bed with me with your socks on and a whole tracksuit. Where you going? Where you going in your dreams?
She's
To the
running in her
Olympics?
dreams. Yeah.
I'm like, but when I hear people say this to me, I'm like, yeah, she gets dressed fully. She gets in bed fully dressed. What? That's not healthy. And she said, it's cold. I'm like, comforters? What kind of comforters are you buying? I'm sweating.
Maybe the way that the man approaches her in those situations has made her feel like that's her protection.
I think
that's
it
like
is.
her layer.
I think it's. I'm letting you know.
He'll leave
Ain't
me
nothing
alone.
jumping off
Right.
tonight. Listen, I'm at a t-shirt maximum. Maximum. If you get in bed with anything more than that, I'm going to sleep on the couch. I don't need to be in here with you. Why we even sleep together? If I don't feel no skin against my skin, I might as well just sleep by myself. That's crazy. If I can't feel a thigh on my thigh, if I got to feel a furry, if I got to feel a furry little,
a juicy couture track.
I don't want to feel
A
that.
little velour.
Yeah, like that's not even like. Again, you killing my spontaneity. Like I may roll over in the middle of the night and be like, "Oh, look what we got, booty."
Maybe that's what they want, though.
Yeah, but that's a problem. I want a woman who said, "Shop's open. Just let me know." I'm open for business. Just let me know.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, I'm
Open
always-
24/7, baby.
So I think all this helps. Like again, I get it. I mean, sometimes you can do that, but to me, all these things is like taken away from the spice of relationship. Like you said, the excitement's gone. I guarantee you, when you first got together, it was
on.
She wasn't sleeping like that. She was sleeping with hardly anything, or she has some nice looking stuff she's putting on. But then we just stopped doing that for each other. Why?
Because people get so boring and they get routine.
It's complacency. Which is bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm not saying every day you gotta be a superstar, but every once in a while you like you said, read the room. After a while, you know what? It's been a couple of weeks. This has been kind of like here.
Show up a little bit.
Let me do a little something that might need to bring it out of her. Let me do a little something different.
So that's what's funny, right? And we talked about it a little bit, not on the pod actually, but we're talking about like, oh, I took out the trash today, so she owes me. Oh, I did the dishes today, so she owes me. But the problem is when they're doing something like that.
Yeah.
Like if I come home and like I never do those things.
Right.
But today I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to get some. So I'm gonna take out the trash.
Right.
I'm gonna do the dishes.
Right.
I'm gonna clean the bathroom real quick, and then I'm gonna be like, "What's up?" She's gonna be like, "Finally, you actually did something.
Right.
Thanks for contributing."
Right.
That's not like a
No, it's not the same.
It's not, but it's not even like that. That works for her. If
No,
you
it
did
doesn't
that,
work.
If you did that,
If you
regularly,
did that regularly, it'd be a different
it'd
story.
be appreciated.
Once she knows why you're doing it, it's almost like you and your. I know everybody's been there before. I try not to be. I don't think I've ever been there, but in my present relationship, but people argue about sex.
Yeah.
Like I know couples and have the same conversation. Like, why don't you do this? Well, maybe you did this more. So the next time before it happens, he tries to put the move on.
Just that.
And guess what? She knows why he's doing it, so it kills the whole thing.
Well, that goes back to one of my favorite movies, The Breakup, with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston. And she wants him to do the dishes, and he's like, "Well, I don't want." She's like, "I want you to want to do the dishes." He's like,
right.
"Well, why would I want to do
Right.
that?" But it's the same concept. He's like, "Why would I want to do that?"
Yeah, it's almost like you're telling your girl, you know what, just get into it. It's good, but I want somewhere alluring. Somewhere alluring and blah, blah, blah. So the next time y'all get in the bedroom, she comes walking in all sexy. You're like, this is whack. Like, I just told her what to do. Like, no one wants to do. It's almost one of our conversations we're going to have about the whole honesty.
Yeah.
And do you really, is telling the truth a good thing?
Handle the truth.
Yeah, you can't, because you tell somebody, like, this is what I want you to do. Well, I wish you did this more. But honestly, the next time, if they do it, it's going to feel weird because in your mind, you're saying, he's only or she's only doing it because I said
it.
something.
What's like, so the story I got, which I think is what you were alluding to, it's a sexual one. And one of the partners, told the other partner what they wanted.
Right.
And then what happened was that person only did that then from next on. So it was like, so they were only doing this part for a while, right? And then it was like, well, sometimes it's nice if this happens. But then what happened is they only switched to this.
Like, what's part two?
Well, it doesn't always have to just be that. Like that's a nice additive. I think that's what people get boring also.
Yeah, and I don't know what that is. It's the whole complacency and one that's simple. Don't want to put the effort in because, like you said, a lot of men feel like, "Hey, I married you,
right?
Like I did everything. I take care of you, whatever.
I paid the bills,
right? So guess what? I shouldn't have to go through all these hoops just to get some booty,
right?
But that's not how women work.
Well, that's why. And then 30 seconds goes by and it's over. Anyway.
And then why, like, as a man, do you really want to? I mean, I guess a lot of guys would say yes. So lay down with a woman who's just doing it just for you.
I think there are plenty that want that.
I just don't work that way.
I'm
not built that way at all.
But I know people who I feel like they almost view that as being like extra submissive and like,
but she's not enjoying it.
To me, that seems creepy.
And she's just like, all right, counting the minutes till you're done.
Or seconds.
Or seconds. Like, I know, like, I had a couple just tell me this conversation recently, and she was like, I'm not into his ex at all. I'm like, I said, they don't bother you? He was like, well, she don't say no when I try to. I'm like, all right.
So what does she do?
So she was like, I said that. So what do you do? Wait, where should he hurry up if I can miss my TV show? I'm like,
that sounds really exciting.
I said, and she said right in front of him. He said, well, I mean, she don't say no, so it is what it is.
Like, is that even better than just like handling business yourself?
I'd rather go to the closet by myself. I mean, to me, like,
there's less guilt that way.
Like, I know some guys is all I care about. As long as they getting it, they good. But I don't work that way.
No, that's crazy.
I don't work that way. That's
boring.
If
that's you, get in the comments. Let me know why.
Yeah, and there's a lot of y'all.
Or text me separately if you're scared.
Like, Brandon, leave me alone. Stop talking about me on the podcast. But like, but
I don't get it.
Yeah, and I think so. All this stuff leads to like sexless marriage because he's frustrated, she's frustrated. And then, like you say, if you talk about it, now it doesn't seem real anymore. Right. It's almost like, what do you do? I don't even know what the answer to that is. Because if you have to have a conversation and you being real about it, what you're supposed to do, doesn't that take a little away from it?
Absolutely.
It's almost like my point is, you got to get it. You got to fix yourself before you get to the point that y'all have to talk about it like that.
Yeah, like if you're talking about the scheduling of and or the switching up or how boring it is.
See, I would even give you that, we've been busy. We got to make some time.
That's different.
But I'm talking about the actual act of it. And normally for women, from what I understand, it's always the precursor. It's what he does. It's like there's no more foreplay.
Yeah. No one wants to preheat the oven.
Yeah. You didn't want to preheat the oven. Now it's just like, we're going to eat this shit raw.
Right?
You know what I mean? And that's why I hear most women complain about.
Or maybe they're not doing that, and that's the problem.
Yeah, they just that's what I think. It's just
trying
like
to go straight to town.
It's just like, put the bun in the oven.
That's what it is. They literally are hoping that it's a microwave.
Yeah, and
with the express cook button.
Yeah,
you just press one button.
And it's very. I mean, let's keep it real. Men by nature are sexually selfish.
Absolutely.
Your mind is the goal.
Yeah,
but you have to be more mature than that, and say, you know what?
In a relationship,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in a relationship, yeah. I mean, if you just messing around, I mean, you in and out, but
that's different.
But in a relationship, you got to make her want to do it again. That's the goal. The goal is to make her can't wait to the next time.
It's funny. Like I don't see where all your microwaves over there. Does your microwave have the add 30 seconds?
Yes,
button?
add 30 seconds.
That's a man. Add 30 seconds. And they just hope it turns on.
They don't even put the minutes in.
Nope.
Just add 30 seconds.
Add 30 seconds.
Is it warm yet? Did we hit it again? That's them grabbing their butt.
Yeah. It is hope for the best.
How you feel now? Want to do it? And I'm making light of it, but I hear these conversations and they're real conversations. And it's like, so sometimes it's not the woman or the guy. Maybe it's just your technique and your attitude towards it that can make it better. And you might not have a sexless marriage, but when I hear guys saying they be lucky if they get some, That's insane. You married to this person? You're gonna spend the rest of your life with a person who don't want to have sex with you.
I'm sorry for your life. I'm sorry for your
And
loss.
for you to tell me that, and who's going to say, if I hear a woman say, another woman saying, I heard one say this recently, sex is not that important.
To who?
Man, you can like on a mental and spiritual level, you guys can come together, and that's sometimes more powerful than sex.
So anyone who says that hasn't had good sex.
Fact.
Like that's it.
I mean, seriously, I heard that. I heard that from a couple women actually. Well, sometimes it's all about. And I get the whole like intimacy being
Absolutely.
just touch and stuff like that. But at some point, it needs some explosions to happen here. And if if this is just a dry desert all the time, and we just
That's
touch each other,
depressing.
yeah. So, but I think when people feel like that, they aren't connected anyway.
No, you're not.
And you have to have physical connection to be in a relationship. That's part of it. That's, I mean, or guess what? That person's going to wander, and that person's going to wander. They're going to wander somewhere else, and something else is going to spark them. And that's unfortunately what happens.
They're gonna go searching for water.
Yeah. So
in the
guys,
desert.
get off the add 30 seconds buttons because
no,
that's
work
not how.
on it.
That's not women work.
They're not microwaves.
No.
Put some effort in.
Yeah. Let it bake. Let it heat up. And when it's done, it'd be worth it.
Just communicate, right? Like
Yeah.
let some people communicate about their issues. Let's figure it out. Get in the comments, debate it out.
Yeah.
Let's get this on TikTok.
I
and
want to hear-
I need all the comments.
Yeah, I would need women to know, let us know exactly what the issue is when it comes to how they feel about it.
Because we're trying to educate the men here.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. That's
Trying to help you.
This thing is from a man's point of view. Men obviously don't have the answers. You know, they want to sign permission slips to have sex. They want to get written notices.
trip.
They're gonna leave numbers on the letters on the fridge from now on. But like is tonight good for you? Yes or no?
Yes or no, circle one.
I mean, that's how bad it is.
That's
But
true,
it
though.
shouldn't. If you're in a relationship, if you don't have all that in your relationship,
It's gonna
beyond a medical issue, you know what I mean? But to my normal, sexual relationship, if you're not having sex, there's something wrong. And guess
Agreed.
what? Somebody cares. And you see, even the woman who says she doesn't care,
She cares.
she cares.
She told us.
She is still.
She's in my DMs telling me right
Yeah,
now.
she is. They have told us. Yeah.
But that's it. Now let us know in the comments. Definitely keep us posted. We got to keep it rolling.
That's
with
what
the
he
comments.
said.
That's what he said. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.